Welcome everyone, this is Joy of Joy Morris Beauty, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I do my makeup every day, so stay tuned. Okay, so first things first, I wanted to show you all that I actually got a new makeup bag to keep my makeup in each day. Matches my channel colors and is nice and pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I use a primer each day to kind of, make sure that my makeup sticks to my face. So I use the Fenty Instant Retouch Primer. I make sure that when I apply it to get my forehead really good, because I have an oily T-zone, to get around my nose, make sure to put it on my eyebrows and under my eyes. That's pretty much where I focus it to make sure that my makeup sticks the best in that part of my face. And then right now I'm using Fenty Beauty's Hydrating Longwear Foundation in 385 and 400. I'm concerned that it may possibly end up being discontinued because it's been on sale forever, but I'll use it for now because I love the skin-like natural finish that it has. So I use 2 pumps of each. Make sure to kind of mix them together before I use my brush to pick up the product. And then I am using the Fenty foundation brush in 110, and I start in the inside of my face and then I just work out in downward strokes, making sure to just kind of go over everywhere that I need coverage. And my skin complexion is kind of tricky to figure out because I have a neutral undertone, and then I feel like my shade changes all the time. I moved from Chicago to Dallas, so it's so sunny here that I'm usually kind of like my tan version of my color. But then when it gets cloudy, I go back to my regular color, and it's just kind of like a cycle over and over again. So I'm always adjusting my foundation, but I usually have to mix shades to get something close to what it should be. So that's what I did here, and this mix has been working for me. Next, I am using the Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer, and I use it in the color Deep. I just switched over to the Ultra Creamy after several of my subscribers were telling me how much they love it, and I love it too. It looks so great throughout the day, and it just gives you a really nice natural coverage under your eyes. So I let that sit while I go into my eyebrows, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Defender in dark brown. I always kind of draw my line at the bottom and then just fill in with the brush hair like strokes, kind of going upward. And the old saying, brows, they're not twins, they're sisters. We want them to be twins, but sometimes they look like sisters. So do the best you can here, because this is everyday makeup, and you work with the little bit of time you have. So I sped that up a little bit for you all so you wouldn't have to kind of watch it play out in real time, but I got them as even as I could with my little bit of time, and then I kept moving on. So I went back to my foundation brush and then just kind of patted the concealer in place to help set it. So if I was going out, I would spend more time just letting my concealer kind of bake into my face and set into my face, to especially cover my dark circles on my nose from my glasses that I wear. But I don't have that much time every day, so I just let it sit for a little bit and kind of get the coverage out of it that I can. So make sure to kind of blend that out. And then I use my Fenty Soft Matte Powder Foundation Pro in 385 with my Real Techniques. It's a blush brush, but it looks like a powder brush. Just kind of go through your T-zone and, kind of matte that out just a little bit. Just apply a little bit of powder to help set it so that your whole face isn't looking, so kind of like emollient. That'd be a bit much. And then the Fenty Beauty match sticks. It's the contour match sticks. I have espresso and truffle. So I use espresso on the outer part of my face. And then you see I just draw my lines really quick. It blends really easy. It's really easy to just kind of work with on a daily basis. I just, get my Real Techniques 233 brush and just kind of blend, get it in place. And see how that kind of matches my shoulder area. It looks really nice and really natural. It's a really pretty contour. It took me so long to buy this product, and then when I bought it, I could have kicked myself because I had no clue it was just so nice and so wonderful and easy to work with. So I just kind of blend that in, you know, quick, blend. And then what I've started doing is using truffle on the inner part of my face, because truffle is a little lighter and it's not as extreme of a contour. And I have those dark circles, so I'm always kind of trying to work with the dark circles. You know, I'm trying to get them, you know, removed, try to fix it, but until I do, I have to kind of just figure out how to live with it. So I use the other end of that brush, which is the 234, Real Techniques 234, and just kind of work it up and down the bridge of my nose, and, you know, kind of give it a little bit of shade. And then I actually go with my Real Techniques 438 brush, and I go back to my Pro Filt'r powder foundation in 385, and I use that to kind of clean up the contour to make the line a bit more precise, and that helps it look a bit more natural in my face. You know, I kind of line, you know, the bridge of my nose and, you know, the sides just with the powder, the natural look of the powder, and it helps my contour look a bit more lived in, so that you know, it's just more of a natural kind of like day-to-day look for the contour. So I'm going to blend that out in a little bit, because then it kind of ended up matting my face, you know, a bit much. I'll come back to that. But I'm also using my Sephora Pocket Palette in copper tones, and I'm applying that really pretty copper tone on my lid. You know, I have kind of like hooded eyes, so you can't really see it too much, but it still gives a nice little pop of color. So I just kind of blend that in really quickly. And then I am using, sorry, that was Real Techniques 30B, and then now Real Techniques 307 to kind of lay down like a medium brown color to kind of work, you know, in the visible part of my eye, just to kind of smoke that out and have that look a little soft. So I use a combination of the brush, but then I use my fingers a little bit too. I just like blending with my fingers. You know, that always kind of works for me. Just kind of helps the eyeshadow look a little more natural. Go under your eye. Always you want to kind of contour under your eye just a little bit. Again, that helps the eyeshadow to look a little more natural and lived in your face. And then I use the Sephora retractable eyeliner. It's waterproof and matte black, and I'll just really quickly put a really thin line on my eyes, just to kind of give me a little bit of definition. You know, my eyes are small, they're hooded, you know, so I usually kind of work on the same couple of techniques to help to kind of pop them a little bit. I smudge a little bit just under my eye to help to open my eyes. And then I'm using the Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara just to kind of smudge my, you know, a little bit of mascara on my eyelashes. Sometimes I wear, you know, DIY eyelash extensions at home. Sometimes I don't, you know, and when I don't, I just put on a quick little coat of mascara. So I'm using my beloved NARS liquid blush in Torrid, and I don't know what NARS is doing, because if you go on their site, like most of everything is out of stock, and it's kind of freaking me out. So I don't know what I'm going to replace this with, if they go out of business, or I don't know what NARS is doing, but I'm going to love it and enjoy it right now. It's so easy to blend. It's like you can't make it look bad. It just gives this beautiful peachy glow. Looks nice on a variety of, you know, brown skin tones. Love Torrid from NARS. It's just a beautiful blush shade, a very natural blush shade. And it gives that little bit of that radiant dewy look, which looks really nice, you know, for everyday makeup, or, you know, any type of makeup. And then I went back with that blush brush to kind of, you know, fan out that powder foundation, because it got a little, you could see the difference between the matte from what I put down and then under my eye area. So I kind of blended that a little bit onto my lips with my trusty NYX lip liner in brown, which I've used for years. It's pretty much the only lip liner that I do use. And then I've always been a fan of Kat Von D Lolita with the liquid lipstick and also the lip cream. I have tried to try other shades and I just come back to this shade over and over again. It's the most beautiful, you know, kind of mauve-ish, kind of dark pink. It looks nice on so many different complexions, but with me being a medium dark skinned African American woman, it's like a beautiful mauve-ish kind of nude pink is how I think of it in my head. But I wear it every day, and I have, you know, for years kind of always grabbed that shade. So kind of, you know, kind of winding down here. My last finishing step is I'll go back to my Anastasia Beverly Hills, and that's kind of like the dip brow gel in dark brown, and that helps my actual brow hairs to just kind of stand up and plump. It's a beautiful finishing technique which just helps your eyebrows look more natural and more lived in. I highly recommend if you pick up one of the pencils that you do pick this up too, because it's a great, see how it just elevated that look. Then just doing a little more, just finger blending, just checking myself out, feeling really good, about to start my day. And that is pretty much my everyday makeup look. So I hope you picked up some great tips and techniques. Drop me a comment below. Thanks so much for watching and take care. Bye bye.